Welcome to season 2 of Ride Around Arcadia and Let's Talk Business. Today I am honored to have Jimmy V.
Jimmy V.
Jimmy V. So, what you don't know about Jimmy is that he is a Marine Corps Operation Iraqi Freedom veteran. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct, sir.
So, it's an honor and a pleasure to have you, and thank you for your service.
My pleasure. Thank you, Charles.
No problem. So before we get rolling, Jimmy, this is the part normally where I tell people a joke or tease my guest.
Okay.
But as you're a Marine Corps vet, I'm going to leave that out. Okay?
Well, I like to say not as lean anymore, not as mean anymore, but I'm still a Marine. Okay, Charles?
And I'm pretty nervous about that. I can see the boots that you wore. So were those boots part of your journey to Iraq?
They were, yeah. So I wore these boots in the streets of Fallujah, Iraq. And one of the things that they just kind of remind me of is the journey as a whole, kind of where I've come from and God's grace and kind of where I am today. So it's been a journey for sure.
That's beautiful. So let's get rolling. What's the reason you became a mortgage broker?
That's kind of an interesting question, and ultimately had a family member in the business.
Right.
And they said, hey, why don't you come check out the mortgage industry? And I said, okay, well, that sounds like a great idea. Well, the only kind of problem is that it was completely different than the Marine Corps infantry, right? So, there wasn't a whole lot of similarities other than the fact that they both started with the letter M, right? So I got my start and quickly fell in love with it. And yeah, the rest is history. So
obviously we've talked about your military career, but how has that affected you in the way of running your business?
Yeah, it's interesting. In the mortgage industry, things can change quickly, right? And there was something that I actually just shared with you prior to jumping on our bikes here.
Right.
And that was that the Marine Corps taught us to adapt, improvise, and overcome. And I just think whether it's real estate, mortgage, really any business that we find ourselves in, that's just a wonderful philosophy to adopt that can essentially help you to achieve success.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. So you were telling me when we met last time that you come up with some pretty innovative ways that you offer loans to help others.
Yeah, so one of the things that I pride myself on is really having solutions, to families or borrowers' individual needs. And, typical mortgage products, let's just say if you don't fit in the perfect box, right, which not everybody does, of course, you can't get a mortgage loan, you can't buy a house, you can't have your piece of the American dream. So whether it's a 1099 program for people that perhaps have significant write-offs or somebody that wants to buy an investment property, whatever the case may be, we have alternative financing solutions that will help them to get into their home quickly and efficiently.
You've got to be careful, you nearly fell off there. Well, that's true. We are riding bikes. But you did tell me that how you started was to do with VA loans.
Correct. So when I left the Marine Corps, I didn't really know what a W-2 was or, tax returns, 1040s, but I did speak the language of the veteran or active duty service member. So I kind of figured out who I was in my past life. And I incorporated that into my business today. And as a result, that brought me to Arcadia.
Yeah, no, and exactly. So I believe you're just on Campbell and 32nd Street, is that right?
Correct, yeah, right around the corner, 36th Street in Campbell's where my office is located, right in the neighborhood, nice and close to the house in the Biltmore Heights.
And you refurbished that building, didn't you?
I did indeed, yes. Well, I can't take all the credit for it. Behind every man, there's an even better woman, right? Exactly.
Right.
But Mrs. V went in and put her finishing touches on it for sure.
Yeah, that's so nice. So moving away from business.
Let's do it.
What do you like to do for fun?
Tennis, and more tennis. I actually coach Arcadia High School men's tennis program. So having a lot of fun doing that. Just finished up our first year Going back, crazy enough, for my second year, they never told me that I have to drive the bus.
So, okay, so you like tennis.
I do.
So in one word, how would you describe Arcadia?
I would simply say family.
Perfect. I've had a couple of other people say that.
Have you?
Yeah, and I have had very varied answers actually about
Yeah.
Arcadia. Okay, quick fire.
Let's do it.
LGO or Postino?
LGO all day.
Okay, pretty decisive. Football or basketball?
Oh, football, no question.
Right, and the season just started.
Exactly,
So,
thank God.
yeah, thank God. Bills go. So, hot or cold?
I'm going to say cold.
Really?
Yeah.
We're living in the
Yeah,
desert.
yeah,
It's 110
yeah,
degrees.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Okay, night owl or early riser?
Oh, definitely early riser for Jimmy V.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious, really.
Yeah.
Ex-Marine. Okay, so Jimmy, well done.
My man, appreciate you.
Absolutely brilliant. Episode 1 of season 2 has been completed. Congrats.
I'll see you in the hood.
Next time you want to subscribe, go to @LoveArcadiaLiving, and we will see you next time on Ride Around Arcadia, and let's talk business.